2 days ago, I went to a new place to get my morning coffee, and it was a place that served really high-end coffee, and they served Bulletproof coffee with like MCT oil and grass-fed butter and all these fancy things in the coffee. And the woman at the counter, she asks me, "Hey, what are you up to? Are you on your way to work?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm going into the office today." And she says, "Well, what do you do for a living?" And I said, "I'm the CEO of Capitalism.com." And she kind of froze up for a second, and she got a little bit defensive, and I could tell that I had said a word that she wasn't quite comfortable with. And she asked me a question. She said, "Well, are you pro-capitalism or anti-capitalism?" And I said, "Well, it would be a little bit ironic if I owned Capitalism.com and was anti-capitalist." So we started to talk about this a little bit and danced around the topic, and it was clear her button was pushed a little bit.
Triggered.
She was triggered, and she says, "Oh, I don't know, I think we could do better." It's like, could do better? Where do you think you get your damn MCT oil from? Like, you think like the benevolence of someone is giving you your MCT oil? Why do you think you have an abundance of grass-fed butter? You think we can sustainably get grass-fed butter without a for-profit system? It was interesting because the next day I went into a different coffee shop. I was meeting with someone that I was interviewing, and it was this coffee shop I had never been to before, and we got there when it was supposed to open, and the shop owner was late, like 15 minutes late. We stood outside in the cold while we waited for the shop owner to get to the store, and the person I was interviewing turns to me and says, "Look, I wanted to meet here because the owner's a personal friend, but she's never on time." And we watched 3 people try to open the door, and it was locked, so they couldn't get in. And when we finally got in, this coffee shop was also a vintage clothing store, which is cool, but a little bit of an odd combination, not something you would normally see marketed. And when I ordered my drink, I ordered it with almond milk, and it curdled. And the shop owner came over, and she told us that business was really struggling. What do you know? And I hear so many people say we don't need a for-profit system because we would just have passion businesses. In fact, that was the argument of the woman at the first coffee shop. She said, "I think we could do better. I think business would still exist if it was, it would still be there would be passion businesses." A passion business is one where there is no incentive for you to do a good job. Capitalism is the incentivized way where we are forced to serve one another. It's why good products win. It's why we have progress. It's why you have access to the goods and services that you want. We don't get it because of the benevolence or the kindness of the person who makes them. It is out of their own self-interest. And that's what allows you to have freedom of choice. And my fear for my generation is that we will miss that, and then we will destroy it. And that's why I feel called to represent capitalism, because it is the best possible shot we have of creating the change that we want to see in this world.
Nice. Okay. So wait, you could take a left here on 21st.
Okay.